Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be selling our nuts off. I mean, we do have some large nuts remaining over, and with that, basically today is the day we can spend all of our excess nuts. And am I saying nuts too often? No, I think it's alright. So anyway, so check my inventory, and somehow one way or another I randomly got to 510,000 extra nuts, and we can sell these now, because basically once you spend your million, everything else you accumulate was kind of an extra. Now I can get rid of those extra nuts, even have the 4 baskets as well here remaining. But either way, the point is, I will also want to discuss this past January event a bit more in detail, but first things first, let's just see what our nuts can buy. So there is a master crystal. We're gonna first spin one, and then we think should have about 50 of these nuts to open. So it looks like basically there is 3 and 4 star shards, tier 4 basics, and tier 4 class catalyst fragments, and that's pretty much about it. But still, depending on the values, it can be like quite a good haul. I did not see the drop rates on these. Maybe it's gonna be something worth checking out. But first thing that we do get from these is 1000 3-star crystal shards. It's actually not a bad little chunk of these. Do we have actual drop rates? Yes, we do. So let's check these out first. So basically, 17% to get 4-star hero crystal shard, 32% to get 3-star, 25% to get gold. It's fairly kind of good and even, I say. The most valuable item, at least for me personally, definitely here would be the tier 4 basic catalyst fragments, because those are needed the most. But looking at the drop rates, nothing there was kind of like excessively rare. So if we open 50 of these in total, which we can do, that would also kind of mean that we probably will get some of everything. There wasn't anything kind of like exceptionally expensive. And yeah, so that's it. That is our 50 crystals here purchased for our nuts. And then let's see what you get. 750 4-star shards, 5000 3-star shards, and no tier 4 basics, unfortunately. But it's a nice little chunk here though. Definitely not overly kind of like disappointed. It seems that the 4-star crystal shards come in batches of 250, because yeah, we were at 750 and now we're at 1k, and 3200 tier 4 basic frags, so it's kind of alright. It's definitely a nice little bonus to already otherwise, in my opinion, successful month. 10,000 3-star shards. That's a bunch. It's cool. So we formed the tier 4 basic, which is also quite awesome. And yeah, so 50 crystals got us 9k cosmic, tier 4 CC, some chunk of other ones, 16 3-star hero crystal shards, 3500 4-star ones, 60k gold is relatively relevant there. But all in all, it's a nice, you know, decent chunk of bonus, because it wasn't like I was specifically trying to gather the nuts around the battle realm. I didn't do any arenas, I didn't do heroic or master mode quests. I basically just explored the uncollected, and for most part finished almost all of these daily side events. And all in all, I must definitely say that I did think, and I still do think, that this side event for January was quite awesome. We did get like a 5-star awakening gem, 2 tier 2 alphas, some tier 5b frags, a whole bunch of other stuff, and it didn't feel bothersome in the sense that it wasn't something you have to do daily and it refreshed like every day. I mean, even though it did refresh every day, you can just catch up to it like once a week or something like that, which is pretty much exactly what I did, because I kind of put it aside for like 10 days, 12 days straight, and then just did it in like 2 goes and cleared my backlog. And I don't often make kind of like overly positive videos about Kabam to Kabam kind of thing, but I definitely did enjoy this side event. I think the rewards were quite alright. It probably wasn't the most kind of like profitable month, but I really enjoyed the fact that the rewards were kind of like well worth. There was pretty much everything in those rewards. Some tier 1 alphas, some tier 4 basics, some tier 5 basic fragments, tier 2 alphas, some crystal shards, some smaller catalysts. and it's just kind of like nice and pleasant to see that kind of variety, and that also kind of like makes it seem like it's much more, because typically the side events award you with very limited amount of stuff, of kind of like tier 5 Bs or some of the crystal shards, and it's very rare when you can get such a good variety. And even though I think the fact that you were meant to buy out everything of the store kind of like defeated the purpose of the store to a degree, it's still at least like a refreshing step away from the kind of casual format these rewards are distributed in. And I'm definitely big fan when it comes to kind of changing things up, shaking things over. And yeah, it was relatively easy to get to the 1 million nuts, and as we saw here, I had 500 left over, so I got 1.5 million nuts. And I wasn't particularly trying. I wasn't even trying to get all of the individual how do you call these? I forgot. Milestones? No, man, English shards sometimes I miss a word. Objectives, solo objectives, yes. I didn't even do enough arena fights to get out of the first milestone there. The rest of them I slowly kind of completed just by grinding out the game and playing it casually and normally. There wasn't a single milestone I went for on purpose. So all in all, they definitely have up their game, I think. I hope we can see many good side events just like that throughout the year, and that would be definitely a step in the right direction, as well as these crystals in themselves are they, again, let's face it, there was nothing that's too valuable, but the sense that it got traded in for some different items, got a bit of tier 4B. I wish there was more tier 4B, because that is like the one resource that we're all short of, some tier 4 CC fragments, and in reality tier 4 class stuff is kind of getting harder to come by these days. I'm kind of running out on some class catalysts. And yeah, 3 and 4 star shards, again, it's nothing kind of like major, but it's still relatively a nice, neat touch. So all in all, I suppose what I was trying to say throughout the video, aside from opening my nuts, was the idea that, yeah, I think Kabam did a good job, and I think we should recognize that, and I wish that they keep it up. So if I ever give a cookie to Kabam, then this would be a cookie given well-deserved, kind of like thing. And yeah, so let me know what you guys thought and think about this whole side event. Did you enjoy it? Do you think the rewards overall felt good enough, or would you have liked to have some more? All in all, I definitely liked it. Okay, I've said that before. That means I'm out of the things to say. So that means if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know what you got from your excess nuts. I can't make. Okay, anyways, and yeah, make a nut pun in comment section, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.